Today we're looking at 87 mid-icon Gattuso. We did review his base on the channel already, so go check it out if you haven't seen that. Medium-high work rates, 5'10", 2-star skill, 3-star weak foot. I packed him from my 87 plus at mid or base. He can play right mid, CDM, or centre mid. We've got him on centre mid for chemistry, but we'll be using him as a CDM today in a 4-2-2. Really, really good defensive stats. Obviously, header and accuracy not great, but in terms of awareness, stand tackle, slide tackle, aggression, strength, stamina, fantastic. Pretty good balance as well for this type of card. Let's address the elephant in the room in terms of his pace and his shooting. Not expecting him to shoot at all today. I wanted to boost up his pace. We've gone for an anchor, and his short pass and long pass don't look too bad either. In terms of traits, he's only got dives into tackle, so nothing really helps us there. We're talking about pricing, chemstyles, his best position, and much more on the end of review on Footbin. That being said, let's go jump into some foot champs. We'll have a word from today's sponsor first. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt Nice, select foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NANIC for 6% off on all orders. So with Gattuso, we're playing in a 4-2-2. He's going to be playing a CDM role next to our other CDM. And the main thing for him is ability to intercept the ball and then transition into attack. Don't expect him to score. I don't expect him to do fancy passes. Just really win the ball in areas and do the job. See here, we get him in the ball now. Feels a little slow. The thing is, he's got lengthy, so he's going to get quicker when he sprints with the ball. Not a bad pass. Little ball here again. As you can see here, we're going to be playing him in this sort of role here in terms of quite deep. Looking to play the open passes and then keep him in defense if we can. If we drive forward, just a straight forward pass like that basically is how we're going to use him. We are playing against a very good player, I will add. I think he's top 200. So it's going to be a good test for me and trying to use a player like Gattuso. This could be a write-off from the start. This is what happens when you play top level. Yeah. See what I mean? Green times across. We are playing against a very good player. We might have to go jump into another game. He's just covering every single passing lane. I can't even get out my half. Gattuso here, driving now. We'll go over the top, like that pass. Pull in between the lines. Move his keeper. We are playing against a pro player right now, if you didn't know. One things a couple of notes in with Gattuso is he's so slow at turning. In terms of running dead straight, he's very, very quick. But turning is super slow. Poor pass there from me. We are playing against Harry Kuehl World Cup, El Waran World Cup. These are really fast players. Butcherquenia World Cup as well. And they are basically playing him out the game as of. So these players are just running circles around Gattuso. He's not quick. He's not quick enough to get into the space. That is a big problem with him. This game isn't going to be great to review him. I can tell you right now he's not good enough at top level. So we are going to quit. We're going to jump into another game. This is what happens when you play foot champs at the top level. You play against people like this. They're going to absolutely destroy players like Gattuso. They're not built for top tier. But we'll try it in another game now. So let's go jump into a second game. So into our second game. Unfortunately, a lot of people moan in my comment section saying, oh, why don't you play in foot champs? Why don't you do it in rivals? Unfortunately, I'm at top tier of foot champs and I'm a top tier of rivals. And I can tell you that these type of players are just not good enough at times. You come up against mega teams or people that know the mechanics of the game, they're going to get around these types of players. The reason why some icons are so cheap and others are not, and unfortunately Gattuso falls into that bracket. I try to do these reviews so you can see from all sort of levels. Hopefully we have a better game today with him in this one, but it's just to show you basically the levels of how it works in foot champs. I could tell you by looking at the card and the price of him that he's not top tier already, just from that. But you've still got to give these players a chance, and that's what we're doing. Of course, he feels slow on the acceleration, but in terms of movement, as you see, this guy plays way different. He just runs straight. That makes it easier for us. If you've got somebody that does 1-2 passes and moves around, he can take Gattuso out the game instantly because Gattuso is just not quick enough at getting into the space again once he's been passed. And that's down to his pace, his body build, and much more. But as you can see here, our opponent's already frustrated by the way we are playing. Just recovery to get over to the other side is not quick enough. That's the problem with him there. In terms of actually how he feels on the ball, he doesn't feel too bad. A little bit slow with the touch. You can see there the transition's very, very slow. But I'm conceding more goals than I normally would, especially in this system with Gattuso in, that's for sure. If you want to play mega defensive and you need to plug up a game, he's definitely shout. Like those types of passes there, he's great for doing. It's here. I haven't made a successful tackle with him yet. He's just not quick enough with the left stick dribbles. Unfortunately, our opponent's just passing it around the back. I haven't had a chance to get the ball. And it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the review. Why I don't do him in foot champs, because you play against people that are desperate to win and don't care about passing or playing football at all in foot champs. We're going to try and get a goal if we can. But so far, I'm noticing Gattuso's just too slow for the play. Especially in his DM role. He's just not quick enough to get in the ball. Once you're passing the ball, get him a bit of space, he's fine. Oh my, what is our luck? How have we not scored that? What's happened? And we've got ourselves another goal. We're back in the game now. But as I was saying, our opponent's been playing really toxic. So there's not been much to show you as of yet. Just from what I'm using in terms of off the ball, he's super slow. Very slow getting back into defence. I've not actually made a completed tackle with him yet, which is very worrying considering how high his defence has been. Because everybody's got really quick teams now. Doesn't fit into the mould. Let's see, we try to get there. He's just not quick enough to get there. Now he's run over. I'm really tempted to take him off. That's how bad he's been. I can't get him in the game. He don't win the ball. He hasn't made a single tackle. He can't recover. He's not quick enough on the press. Like here. I've had to drag other players out to cover for his mistakes. I know in the comment sections you're going to be like, but you drag him out of position. It's not. It's not. So look at him go. That's the best thing he's done for me in 2 games so far. Our opponent's just basically playing it between his defender and his goalkeeper and occasionally passing the ball forward when I force the space. 2-2 just before half-time. Again, not much to show you. Gattuso's basically been taking that game. We'll have a look at his half-time performances. But because he can't press and he's not quick enough to run into the transition, he's like this. You'll be running, pass. And he'll turn, come back, pass. It's like, oh, he's just... It's like trying to turn a boat. He feels so clunky. It's ridiculous. Let me just show you here some of his performances for half-time. We are playing top tier. As I've mentioned, you see he's got our worst rating apart from a goalkeeper who's conceded 2 goals out of his control. But he's just not played well at all. 7 dribbles, 4 complete. No shots, of course. He's made 6 passes, 5 complete. That's the best thing about him is his passing. Defending, no tackles, nothing. He's won 1 defensive duel, which I don't even know how he's done that without winning a tackle. He's been beaten by the opponent every time. He's just not quick enough in the system. Now that everybody's team have got so quick, the power curve has changed. He just doesn't offer you anything at all now. You have to play super defensive. This type of card is where you're playing 5 at the back. You've got 1 goal lead with 10 minutes left in game. And you switch to a 5 back. Everybody stay back. And he's sitting in between the 2 defenders. That's where he's best. Like that sort of stuff there, he can do. But you don't want to buy an icon just for that, let's be honest. Intercepts a ball there for once. Plays it in. Lovely pass in. Picks it up again. Lovely pass in. Gets shot off. Very unlucky. But that's the best thing he's good at doing there. That sort of situation. Picking a loose ball up and then basically passing it in. But as soon as he gets taken out of the game, he's not catching anybody, unfortunately. Like there. He's just not quick enough to get into the pocket. 1 pass takes him out of the game. Unfortunately, I've had to take him off, so let's go jump onto Footbin and talk about the card. And just to summarise how FIFA works, we equalised. I took Ribery off. Sorry, I took Gattuso off. I absolutely dominated, and he quit at 3-3. And this is why I hate reviewing people in Foot Champs. As you can see here, the first game was a fantastic player. The second one, the guy got mad lucky with 4 shots, 3 goals. And unfortunately, Gattuso is just not good enough. As soon as we took Gattuso off, we started winning the ball in midfield. We started transitioning into attack way better. We went to look at performances. Obviously, he came off. Where is he? Got 6.6. There's not much to talk about this card. Good at passing. That's something that really surprised me. Defending. He's good if he's in the right place. If he's not there, he's not catching. In terms of positioning, he's okay. Like, unfortunately, this card is nowhere near as good as his base. But let's go jump onto Footbin, as I mentioned. So as you can see, we are on Footbin. He's practically minimum price. If you were to buy him for 65,500, you sold him for 70. You're going to make just a small amount of coins there. So that's the only reason he's not min price. His base I found way better. I don't know that, again, that's because the metas change and accelerate lengthy isn't that much of a thing. But I don't know what to make of this card. I think his prime might be better. He's just not quite fitting the meta, unfortunately. Like I said, if you play 5 at the back, He can offer you more. He can be way more defensive. But because of the power curves move so much, and people are running around with pacey players all the time, all it takes is somebody to know how to pass just a little bit, and Gattuso just can't turn quick enough to catch up, as you saw. We are playing top tier. I think lower tier, yeah, he's going to be fantastic. People that run straight or pass or don't do much at all, he's going to be fantastic for you. But if you're at like Division 4 and up, he's just not going to cut the gravy, that's for sure. We had an anchor on him, and I do think that's probably the best one to go for when I can find it. But you're probably looking for something more of a shadow to boost up the pace. He just felt so slow, so sluggish. With a stocky build, being 5'10", you think that's not too bad. But something about his agility and balance just makes him feel like he's stuck in mud all the time. I'm so used to having better players there. For example, we have Benesa, normally the road to the knockout. He's a much better card. Icons this year don't offer you much in terms of chemistry either. So unless you're running an Italian team, he's not going to help you out with chemistry. And I do think EA have got icons really wrong this year in terms of that. But I do also feel that Gattuso is just already too far behind the power curve. If you're looking for a DM, you've got Zambo, who plays for Napoli. You've got so many other choices. Even Barella would do a better job, just a gold card. And I think this is why icons are now starting to become a little bit irrelevant. If he plays well for you, then I'm really happy. Then you've got him in your team and you like him. That's fantastic. But if you're looking to take the next level up or playing at top tier, unfortunately, he's just not good enough. He doesn't offer enough in that. But as always, if you have any comments, comment down below. If you are new to the channel, consider that like button, subscribe, and catch you in the next one. See ya.